in when they come on, and we are finally going to get to our first segment. It's going to be the picture segment. It's different pictures that have been sent to me from individuals, teams, and different just people maybe not even in the paranormal field. So we will go to our picture segment here. Let me get it loaded up here, and we will get this going. All right, the first picture was from, let's see, get up here. Sorry, I had a little problem there. Now, this first picture that was sent in, it's a person's sister took this. It was in Alabama. Her sister took this picture, and her question was, it's kind of hard to see here. I'll put it on Facebook later for you to check out. Her question was about the light source in the back there. Looking at it closer, you can actually see, I know it's coming from the window, but they were wondering why it went up the wall, and she thought it was paranormal, and I just wanted to get everyone's opinion. The way I look at it, I don't know if you can see it up close, but on the floor, you can see the lines from the window, from the picture, that the picture panes are cut up into little squares. You can see that, but they're wondering why it goes up the wall. I think it's just the way the light's reflecting. Yeah, it does look like water on the floor, but you can see, I'll put it on Facebook so you can bring it up bigger, but on the floor you can actually see the crisscross or the checker looking pattern from the window. I don't know why it went up the wall. I think it's just, like Jim said, I think it's just a reflection. Because light, this is taken during mid-afternoon, she said. There could have been something outside the window that maybe reflected to get it up like that. I don't know what's on the other side of this door that maybe it reflects. Or, I mean, lady, I didn't want to tell the lady it was paranormal. Yes, that's what I thought too, Tom, that you can see the bend in the light. And I tried explaining that. Look on the window, there is something there. Let me take a look. You know what? My picture doesn't come up as big as yours, Kim. Let me try another view here. Yeah, I can see there's something up on the window there. You know what? What I'll do is I'll put this on Facebook so everyone can bring it up bigger, and give me your opinions on Facebook of what it could be. I honestly think it's just a reflection from just the light source outside, because it was taken in mid-afternoon. But the lady that sent it to me, it's her sister's house in Alabama. I tried getting Michelle Bauer from my team, because she's there right now. She's about 45 minutes away, to check it out, because the lady said right now the house is going to be taken apart and put into a historic society. And they used to have slave quarters and everything here. We're looking at the light source, Rich. A lady I met, this is her sister's house, and they were taking pictures, and she's wondering why the light goes up the wall like that. And most people are saying they just think it's the light reflection. And because if you look on the floor, you can see the crisscross in it, not crisscross, but checker pattern from the window. And the lady that gave it to me, she's not a paranormal investigator or anything. She just thought it was odd. She watches a lot of the shows, so she was wondering if I could get opinion on this from different people. That's the big reason why I put it on here. But we'll move on to the next picture. I'll put all these pictures on Facebook for everyone to check out down the road. Now, this next picture, this I showed a few weeks back when I had old Gilchrist Jail ghost hunters on. They shared this with us from their jail, and it was taken by Roy and Denise from Southeast Florida Paranormal. And if you look, up in the top right corner at the top of the stairs, it almost looks like there's something like there's a doorway to the right here. When you go up the stairs, you can see the cell door. Right to the right of that, there's a room. It almost looks like someone's shoulder and head's like sticking out the doorway there. We were talking about this a few weeks back. Now here is another picture up the stairway where you can see what the cell door is supposed to look like with nothing there. See how you can see all the door now. But we were talking about this a few weeks back with the old Gilchrist jail ghost hunters, and it's pretty cool. It does look like it could be like a shadow person standing up there. I'll go back to the other picture to show you. But it almost looks like the outline of a little head and a shoulder, like someone's kind of peeking out of the doorway there. The doorway is open all the way. You know, Rich, when I was looking at the second picture I show, let me go back to the second one I show, it almost looks like a different angle. The other picture was taken by someone else. So I didn't get two pictures in a row from Roy and Denise, or I mean from Arlene and them from when I did the show. So I'm not sure. It almost looks like from a different angle, and I think I know what Rich is talking about here. If you look back at the first picture, it does look like, this picture right here, it looks like the door is totally flat against the wall. Let's go back to the first picture. Give me a second here. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Rich. The door is open a little bit. The main door going up the stairs. Hey, Tom, you get a real workout going up and down there, don't you? It sucks when you forget something. Carrying equipment up. So, do you guys think it's a shadow person, or do you think it's the way the angle of the door? Oh, Rich is saying it's legit. Yeah, that's what I was wondering too, Michelle. Why would it make, if it was a shadow of the door, why would it make a head shape? But yeah, I definitely think it is definitely like a shadow person, it almost looks like. Now, the next picture was sent in from Steve White. He is the founder of Mattoon Investigations of Paranormal Activity in Illinois. I hope I said it right, Steven. But this is his picture. I'll show it. The first one is just a regular picture, then he zooms in on it. And Steven's in the room, so Steven, if you want to give some detail about this picture when I get it up here. My mouse is acting really weird. All right. Now, Steven is the seeker. Let us know what was going on, what we're looking for in this picture, Steven. I see right up here you've got it circled. And you can see something's like coming in the picture here. Now, the next one he sent, he zooms in on a little. Let's take a look at that. Gives you a little bit closer look. Now, Stephen, the question I have for you in the circled red area, those aren't, because you can see to the right of your red circle, there's tombstones, right? Was there like a pretty good space before the next headstones? Tombstones, headstones. It's pixelating too much, Kim? There is nothing? You think so? I don't know. Oh, crap. Sorry. And you never know. It could be a reflection. Let me see. I think Steven's got one more picture. Let me bring this one up and see what this one looks like. That's just the regular picture, right, Steven? I don't know how the heck you even saw that. I can see something back there, but... Were you having any personal experience at the time, Steven? Because I think you said in the email there was something going on, wasn't there? That's why they took the picture. And remember, everyone, I will post these on... Oh, your friend was. That's right. Didn't he drop to his knees? Yeah, the marble tombstones are bad. They do reflect. They can reflect pretty bad. I know some people have said it's pixelating a little bit. Let me go back to the one where it was zoomed in better to get one more look at it. And remember, all these pictures I'll post on Facebook, and please put your opinions on there. But all I ask is, if you put an opinion about someone's pictures or EVPs and that, just be respectful. You know, have creative opinion, not destructive. Oops. Ooh. So that's pretty cool, Stephen. Because I know went back in the daytime. It is a completely open area. It does look a little misty. That's why it's a little harder on the video cam like this. So I definitely will put on Facebook for everyone to check out. But that's pretty cool pic, Steven. Thank you for sending it in. But I'm like, I think it was Tom saying that. I'm horrible at seeing something like that. I would just see it all pixelated together. So that's a pretty good find. Now this next one is a picture of me and my friend Tim Yancey out at the old Gilchrist jail, out at abandoned house in West Palm Beach, which I think has been torn down now. Yes, West Palm Beach. It was where Parapalooza was, Rich. I just want to get people's opinion on this picture, see what you say about it. This was me and Tim. Someone was just taking pictures of us. Just give me your opinion on this. Let's see. Yeah, don't say anything, Rich. Yeah, it was pretty cold out that night, but I don't think it was cold enough. I don't think we could see our breath. I think it was like about 48 degrees out. Yeah, I thought it was only like 50-something out too, Rich, but some of the people were complaining that it was really cold. I had my trench coat on, though, so... Oh, there's one of the people that were complaining. Sorry, Pam. That's a very good question, Stephen. Was the photographer smoking? All right. Stephen gets the ding, ding, ding. This picture here is actually false evidence. A friend of mine, Scotty Burns, that she retired a little while back here, she used to come out with us and investigate and that. When she took the picture, she actually was smoking, and she blew her smoke in front of the camera to see what kind of effect we would get. So I wanted to show people what it looks like if someone's smoking and just happens to blow a little smoke. It actually looked like something was manifesting in front of me and Tim. So I wanted to see if anyone would maybe come up with the idea of asking if anyone was smoking. So good job, Stephen. Way to pick up on that. Yeah, there was a lot of smokers there, Rich. I know you were asking. That's why you said it. Was that West Palm Beach when we were all there? So that was cool, Stephen. All right. Now the next picture. This one I showed a while back. My neighbor's mom had sent this to her. And the first picture, it's a party out at Boat Marina. In the first picture, it's kind of a little dark. And you see all the people here. And her mother was just taking pictures of the event going on. Then the next picture, something weird happens when she takes a picture. If you look straight ahead, it looks like almost like there's a pair of legs there. And I'm not sure if it's because of the light. Because if you look to the, let me look back here. If you look to the right here, you see that big spotlights are, and everything's kind of lit up more. So I don't know if she got like an effect, like someone was standing there, and just with these lights got a reflection. But it's kind of weird that you only see the legs, and the other part is kind of like see-through. You can see the people behind it. Yes, there is mist above it. And this wasn't anyone that was a paranormal investigator. They were just, her mother was just taking pictures of the event going on. Now I'll show you the picture after it. She took 3 pictures in a row, pretty close to each other. She said her mom said it was only like a few seconds between each picture here. So let me put the third picture after, and when it's gone here. If I can get this stupid mouse to work. Oh, don't you just hate when your mouse starts going? It won't go where you want. But now it's gone. I know it's a little bit different angle, but it's the same area. So I'm not sure what she had. Well, Rich, I can send you the picture if you want. And like I told people earlier, I'm going to put these on Facebook. So if you want to take a better look at it. And Rich, you can maybe have your photographer specialist take a look at it too. Here, I'll show you the picture one more time. This was the after picture. This is the picture right before it. It's just really weird. I mean, you can definitely see the legs and the feet, and it's almost like the rest of the body is just like it had manifested already and was hanging out. And when she took the picture, it was kind of disappearing. Yeah, that is pretty freaky. Let's see. Yeah, actually, it does look like it casts a shadow, doesn't it, Jim? This is just a weird one. I can't say I think it's definitely paranormal because I'm just iffy about these big spotlights were popped on. Because when you go to the first picture, let me go back. See, the first picture, it's really dark looking, like there's no spotlights on yet. And then you go to the next picture. Hold on. You go to the next picture and all of a sudden there's these big spotlights on it. It seems like it's more lit up. So I'm not sure if it's just the digital camera with the big spotlights reflecting, and it just blended the person out standing there for some reason. But I'll put it on Facebook so you can get a better look at it. But that's a good point you made there, Jim, about the shadow there. And I'll put it on Facebook so you guys can steal it and look at it. And I'll send it over to Rich. Maybe his photographer specialist can let us know. Maybe it's just some effect the digital cameras do nowadays. So, yeah, he's running. Let's see, what do we got next? The next picture was sent in from a team right here in Florida, and it was part of a residential. And they were wondering, they were taking pictures, and this is the only picture that this happened in. And I just wasn't sure, if you look at it, yeah, I thought it was flare too. What would it be flaring off? Because they're pretty far away from the wall. They said they were out in the middle of a living room that's like 24 by 24. Or 24 by 20, I think it was. I'm not quite sure. Because usually I know talking with Rich and other investigators. What's that? A lamp? Let's see. That's actually a door. They said it was, what are they called? They're doors that open, French doors. There we go. Lens is fogged up, causing a lens flare. That could be too. Well, you guys all were really close. That's awesome that you guys all thought it was lens flare, because you guys are correct. That was another false evidence one I put in here. That I actually took this picture in my house, and what I did was, me and Rich Valdez, that's in the room from Paranormal Consultant Agency, we've been talking about these digital cameras that are coming out nowadays. And if you notice, the cameras are getting smaller, and the thing is, the flash is so close to the lens. What I did was, I had my first finger was pressing the button to take the picture. My second finger, I hung out right in front of the flash where you couldn't see it in the frame. And what it did was it just reflected off your finger. And I'm just letting people know this because I see a lot of pictures put on different websites and that, thinking that they might have something, manifesting into their picture. And they'll tell me, like I was telling you, no, I was in the middle of a room. There was no post around. There's no walls around or anything close that would flare off. How could this happen? And sometimes you don't realize your own finger is right there near that flash. You won't see it in the picture, and it just happens. So I just wanted to kind of put it in there and let everyone know, hey, watch where your fingers are when you're taking a picture. Now, the last picture I got here for the picture segment, now this one I can tell you is not false evidence. A lady that just joined my team here took this picture at the local cemetery near me where my daughter is actually buried. And she wasn't doing it as a paranormal investigation or anything. She just took this picture. And I will show you. She brought this picture over when we did an interview with her. She actually first showed it to my wife. And then she brought it over to an interview with me, Pam, and Chris. She was interviewing for our team. And she brought these in 8x10s and that. And we were looking at it. And I was just like, she was just taking pictures in the back of the cemetery. And the thing is, I know where this spot is in the cemetery. And there is no light sources back there. You can see her truck in the background. But the way the cars pass on the road, their lights don't hit this area where she's in. I know this because I'm in the cemetery. And it does look almost like an angel type, the way it's forming. And the one thing, the lady that took this picture, she works at the cemetery. And if you look at the ground around the mist, or the angel-looking figure, it's dry. Now look at the rest of the sidewalk, and on the wood, it's all wet. Before she took this picture, the sprinklers were going. She went and turned the sprinklers off so she could take a few pictures in this area. And she said the one thing she noticed is right underneath where it looks like it's manifesting, the water's gone. The sidewalk's not dry, and she wondered if something trying to manifest, would it like soak up the water or use the water right in that area? That's why it's dry. And I'm not sure if that would. Yeah, even the wooden walls to the left to where it's going over is dry. But the rest of it is all wet. And she said everything was wet before she took the pictures because she just turned the sprinklers off. So that's a pretty cool picture. I'm going to actually send it to Rich just because he has a photographer specialist that's not into the paranormal. And he just looks at these pictures as a photographer to see what could naturally make these to his knowledge of photography, which I think is cool because it's outside the box. Rich is looking at here, his friend. He's not looking at it like when we look at pictures that are given to us. we're always looking to see, oh, is this paranormal or not? And that's what's cool about having someone that don't look at it like we do. So I'm going to have him send this out, and we'll get an answer on this. And hopefully, if I get an answer back, yes or no, or just a, hey, I'm not sure, then we will get back with everyone and let you know. And remember, we will be putting all these pictures that were sent to us on our Facebook, so you can pop them up and look at them bigger, or copy and save them to your own computer and magnify them up to see what's actually in the pictures. And remember, if you have an opinion, feel free to send it in, please. The next segment coming up is going to be the EVP segment. That people, which I've got like 16 EVPs to go through, but remember we started a little late here. We'll run it a little late because I want to get all the EVPs that were sent in. There's some really cool ones. Some of them, I'm hoping we can hear it through the speakers here, but these two I'll try and make a little video and post them on Facebook too, so you can hear them through. Some of them I think you can hear on the speakers here, but if not, when you listen through Facebook, maybe you can hear them better with your headphones on. But before we get to that, I wanted to talk about, earlier I had said, about people sending emails about being scared. The other emails I get a lot about is tech. What kind of tech do you use? What kind of tech does my team need to use? Do we have to go real high tech? I honestly don't think you have to go really high tech. I mean, if you have the money and the funding, yeah, by all means, buy everything you can. If you don't have the funding, if you're most like everybody else that are, not very rich or have the money, then I just say, just stay to the basics to start off. Maybe get a few video cameras. You can get them at the pawn shop pretty cheap. Just make sure they have like night vision plus, and then get yourself a little IR light to hook on it. Of course, a recorder, flashlights, digital camera, which I'm kind of, digital camera is so hard now with all the reflection. I really want a full spectrum camera. It's on my wish list still. But yeah, the tech stuff, I don't know. It's all up to the different teams, whatever your funding is, what you can afford in that. Now, next up, we are going to be doing the EVP segment. And we got like 16 EVPs from different investigators, teams, and everything. So we are going to go to that next, get through this, and listen carefully and let me know what you hear. All right. The first EVP up is from Fire and Ice. They had shared this a while back when they were guests on my show here, and I talked with them and asked, hey, can we share this again? And they, of course, said no problem. So this is an EVP from Fire and Ice. Hold on. Sorry. Let me play it again here. That's not the one. Let it play through. Alright. Oh, son of a gun. Don't you just hate tech sometimes, stuff? Drives me crazy. Hold on. Alright, we're going to play it again. Listen closely. You hear it in the background. Oh, the ad cut it off. I'll play it one more time because people are saying the ad cut it off. Here we go. You hear it? It sounds almost like a frog. And then you hear someone saying something at the end. It sounds like they had marked it bye-bye. It sounds like someone saying bye-bye to them. But right before it almost sounds like, I don't know, it sounds weird, like a frog. Here, I'll play it again now that you know what they thought it was. Here we go. Hear it right at the end? You can hear it's like kind of like telling you bye-bye. Like, you're done. All right. The next EVP up was sent over by Jim Heater from Champaign, Illinois' Paranormal Society. And this one here, hold on. There we go. Play it again. They're talking and then you hear something very loud. You hear that whistle? Yeah, very good, Kim. Let me try it. Let me play it one more time. Now, Stephen, I've got a question. Jim, I think Jim's in the room still. Yeah, there. I have a question. The location you were at, the whistle, were there fire detectors in the place? Was it a commercial location or residential? Because I did a commercial location years ago, and yeah, see, we heard this chirping noise similar to that, and we couldn't think what it was, and we thought it was something paranormal. And then when we went back, I think it was the second time we went back there, we tracked it down and figured out it was, for some reason, one of those, I think it was a smoke detector in the commercial location was going off, and it made like a chirp noise. Not, yours sounded more like a whistle, but it was pretty, oh, nobody heard it. Okay, see, we were hearing ours, and we were running around the place trying to find it. All right, that's cool then. Well, thank you, Jim, for letting me know that. Now, the next one is from Stephen White. He's the founder of, if I'm not saying this right, let me know, Mantoon Investigations of Paranormal Activity in Florida. Let me get this one up here. This is your first one you sent me, Stephen. I'm going to play it, and I know you said you weren't sure. You can hear something in there, but you weren't sure exactly what it is. So everyone give us your opinion of what you're maybe hearing here. Give me 1 second. Now, Stephen, this one here, what was, let me know again what we were exactly listening for there. Well, it wasn't the footsteps, was it? The whisper. It's right after footsteps. I hear something. Let me do it again here. You know, I can kind of hear it. It's so hard. This is what I was saying earlier. Some of the EVPs I have, I can hear them with my ear. It's very hard without the headsets. But I'll be putting these on Facebook too, so you can listen through your headset. You can kind of, I know what you're talking about, Stephen. I can hear the whisper there, but without headsets, it's a little hard. Yeah, Kim said she can kind of hear it with the headphones. If you have headsets, put them on. I'll do it again. Whispers under the footsteps. Yeah, I can hear it. I'll play it one more time, Stephen. Here we go. You can almost hear like there's something being said underneath the footsteps. I'll put this on Facebook and let everyone check it out. And you can let us know what you hear. And definitely let us know. Let Steven know. Now, the next one up is Michelle Vance sent this one in. Give me a second. This one was, I think she said it was at an antique shop. This is a pretty cool one. And for some reason, your picture is not coming up, so it's just going to say audio. Here we go. This is Old Gilchrist Jail Ghost Hunters. Now listen again. You can hear the voices, people talking, and then you hear that very loud noise. Now, Michelle had said it sounds like a gunshot going off, which that's pretty loud. I'll put that on Facebook with it, Steven, so people can check it out. It pings. Yeah, a robber was shot in a store there. And that's why Michelle said it was kind of cool getting a gunshot. It sounds like a gunshot. I mean, it's pretty loud. And Michelle and them didn't even hear it while they were doing it. You could hear them in the background doing an EVP session. So that was pretty cool. One more time, and then we'll move on to the next one here. I mean, that's pretty loud. You don't hear anybody in the background like, oh my God, what was that? So that was pretty cool that it was that loud and no one even realized it. I thought it was kind of odd that loud of a noise in a location and no one notices. Now the next one is from Skyway Paranormal, Tom Anthony, who is also doing the Paranormal Kicks Cancer. I took this one off your page there, Tom, because we had talked. I just grabbed the one. The other two I was listening to were kind of a little hard just with my ears, which is cool. But this is from Skyway Paranormal. I would assume that the wiring's pretty good, but we're not going to know until we walk through it. Right, just and see what looks ground. Right. Exactly. So let's start if you want to...
I think,
show us where. I would assume that the wiring's pretty good, but we're not going to know until we walk through it.
Right, just and see what looks ground.
Right. Exactly. So let's start if you want to,
I think,
show us where. I'll play it again. It's right near the end there. It sounds almost like a child yelling something in the background. Listen again. I would assume that the wiring's pretty good, but we're not going to know until we walk through it.
Right, just and see what looks ground.
Right. Exactly. So let's start if you want to,
I think,
show us where. I would assume that the wiring's pretty good, but we're not going to know until we walk through it.
Right, just and see what looks ground.
Right. Exactly. So let's start if you want to,
I think,
show us where. Yeah, or Pam, yeah, you're right. That's what a lot of people had thought it was that were telling Tom. It does sound like a child yelling "mommy" in the background. So that was pretty cool because those guys don't even hesitate. They just keep talking and they don't even flinch that something was yelled in the background. Now the next one is from Jim Heater again with Champaign, Illinois Paranormal Society, or better known as CHIPS. And this one I'm going to play, and I know Jim's in the room because people thought it was one thing, and then listening to it, people thought maybe it was something else, different words being said. So take a listen. Now listen again. It's real faint. It's a real light whisper. I'll play it one more time. It's like right near the beginning there. You hear it real. It's like a whisper. What I thought it was, it almost sounds like "Get Out," but I know Jim sent an email. Jim, what did they think it was? Some other people thought it said something else. Let everyone know in the room there. Yeah, that's what Jim had put in email, Laura, that it said maybe come back and then goodbye. Yeah, it sounds like Get Out. I'll play it one more time. Listen close. Oh, I'm sorry, Laura. It is actually Laura's EPP. That's my notes I messed up. Sorry. But that's pretty cool, though. Now, when you're saying there's two words, it sounds like there's a whisper again. Is that what you're saying, the goodbye? Here, let me play it again, because I almost heard the second whisper. Yes, Laura is part of CHIPS. Laura is very cool. All right, ready? We'll play it one more time. Now, that's very cool that you guys caught that. See, that's one thing. If I don't have my headsets on sometime, or my headphones, it's kind of hard to hear some of them. I admit I don't have the greatest hearing. I admit it. Now, this next one is from Stephen White, from the founder of Mantoon Investigations of Paranormal Activity in Illinois. This is his second one. Stephen, let everyone know what is going on in this one once I get it going here. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go.
Are you still in here?
I know it's right after the knocking, right, Stephen? Here we go. Play it again.
Are you still in here?
Right after knocking, it sounds like something answers him. Listen again.
Are you still in here?
Yeah, it just sounds weird. You can just hear it right at the end. I'll play it one more time, Stephen.
Are you still in here?
It almost sounds, yeah, it almost sounds like they're answering you. One more. Oh, stop. Dumb thing. Here we go.
Are you still in here?
does almost sound like it is saying quiet. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It's even like it's telling you, hey, stop banging on the door there. Now the next one is from a friend of mine here that I've gotten to investigate with locally, Scott Dreyer, and his team is Florida Unknown. And I grabbed this off his page, and we will play this one. This is a pretty cool one.
We don't need you around. We're just here to find out who you are. Family wants to know who you are.
Scott, I don't think that at all. We'll do it again.
We don't need you around. We're just here to find out who you are. Family wants to know who you are.
Hey, Michelle, your logo wouldn't load, so stop picking at me. I'm happy things are running. Here, we'll play it one more time. This is from Scott Dreyer, and he is the founder of Florida Unknown.
We don't need you around. We're just here to find out who you are. Family wants to know who you are.
And I've met Scott, and I know he is not a jerk. So I don't know what the spirit is talking about, calling him a jerk. But I thought it was kind of funny. He's trying to communicate with him. It's like, you're a jerk. Now, Michelle, the next one, I don't have your logo, so don't crucify me. Throw me underneath the bus again. I see how it is. This one was by Michelle, sent in from Michelle Vance of Old Gilchrist Jail Ghost Hunters. This is one we did on a show a while back. I thought it was just kind of funny because the spirit's kind of whining. So here we go.
Okay, it's very dark now. Can you come in now?
Play it again.
Okay, it's very dark now. Can you come in now?
You hear it in the background. It wasn't. There was no one else. There was no one else around, right? Freaking commercial again. I don't know why we got so many commercials. I'll have to look into it. Here we go. One more time.
Okay, it's very dark now. Can you come in now?
Right in the background, you hear it. It sounds like you didn't hear it. It's your. Hold on. Try it one more time for you, Michelle, since the commercial blocked you off. Here we go.
Okay, it's very dark now. Can you come in now?
You hear it in the background. Sounds like the ghost or the spirit is like kind of whining him, like asking them, "What's your name?" So you can hear it off in the distance there, and it's kind of funny that the spirit is like asking you, "What's your name?" Now, next up, this was sent in by Kathy Wickham. She used to be on Florida Ghost Team with me, and she has moved to, oh God, I think it's Oklahoma. I'm almost positive. And she sent this in for us to check out. It's from a residential when she was with Florida Ghost Team. So check this out.
Standing up by the closet?
Yeah, looking down.
Creepy dolls.
Creepy dolls.
Alright, well, I'll put this down over here then.
I'll play it again. Listen right before he says creepy dolls.
Yeah.
Okay. Standing up by the closet?
Yeah, looking down.
Creepy dolls.
Creepy dolls.
Alright, well, I'll put this down over here then.
Yeah, if you listen, it almost sounds like, I think it sounds like get in the closet or look in the closet.
Yeah. From the closet.
Standing up by the closet.
Yeah, looking down.
Creepy dolls.
Creepy dolls.
Alright, well, I'll put this down over here then.
That was a pretty cool one that Kathy had sent in. She sent a couple in last time we shared evidence, so I appreciate her sending some of her old EVPs in from when she was with Florida Ghost Team, and that's pretty cool. Now the next one, so see, look at Michelle, someone's in the same boat with you. Next one was sent in from John Duddy from he is the founder of Northeast Florida Paranormal Investigations, and all it says is this was in the powder room, and you hear male voice, and for some reason his logo wouldn't load up either, so no problem.
Wow, that is like right next to you too.
I'll play it again. I think it's I know in the email he said there was only ladies present in the room when this happened.
Wow, that is like right next to you too.
All right, one more time. If you listen, it sounds like almost like someone goes.
Wow, that is like right next to you too.
That's a pretty cool one. John sent us some really cool stuff last time. Yeah, it's like a light, raspy breathing almost. And I know there was only females in the room. All right, let me play it one more time since everyone's chiming in here.
Wow, that is like right next to you too.
One more time.
Wow, that is like right next to you too.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, it does sound like. Yeah, it does sound like it says die in there, and then you hear the breath. I'll be putting these on for you guys to listen to. Yeah, Kim, you got like awesome ears. My hearing is like, without my headphones on, it's like, I think it's because all my kids running around screaming all the time. Now, the next one up is from Stephen White again, who is the founder of Mattoon Investigations of Paranormal Activity in Illinois. This is his third one that he sent over. And let us know what you think you hear here. Give me 1 second.
Do you live in this house, or do you just pass through time to time?
You hear it right near the end there. Listen again.
Do you live in this house, or do you just pass through time to time?
It almost sounds like it's answering his question. It sounds like it almost like, I don't know. All right, here we go. One more time.
Do you live in this house, or do you just pass through time to time?
It almost sounds like it says, I don't know. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty cool one there, Steven. Night, Pam. I know I'm running late tonight. I'm almost done. I got like 3 more to do. But that was a pretty cool one, Steven. It almost sounded like they answered you there. Like, I don't know. The next one is from Jim Heater again. And he is a member of, hold on, let me get his logo up. He has a logo to put up, Michelle. Haha. From Champaign, Illinois Paranormal Society, Chips. So this is his third one he sent. Listen to this one.
Yeah. Wish Jim's quieted down. What was that? That was a voice after I... Yes, it was.
listen again. It's kind of weird because
Yeah. Wish Jim's quieted down. What was that? That was a voice after I... Yes, it was.
what's cool about you hear that laughter, but no one like acknowledges it. Like most people, if someone was laughing in a group, you'd be like, "Hey, keep it down," or listen.
Yeah. Wish Jim's quieted down. What was that? That was a voice after I... Yes, it was.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Wish Jim's quieted down. What was that?
And Jim, you actually,
Yes, it was.
and you guys actually heard that one in the background, because I heard you at the end there say, "What was that?" Was this a commercial location, Jim and Laura, or was it residential? If you don't mind me asking. But that is pretty cool EVPs there. We only got 2 left, people, and then the night is over. But this is awesome. I love when everyone sends different EVPs and pictures and that in. I love sharing. This next one is from... It was an antique store. Okay, that's what I thought. I couldn't remember from the email. The next one is from Scott Dreyer and Florida Unknown.
Yell back once.
Hello, Anderson, woman.
Or Scott.
You've been walking down the hall?
No. Yeah, can't see no more.
Play it again.
Yell back once.
Hello, Anderson, woman.
Or Scott.
You've been walking down the hall?
No. Yeah, can't see no more.
One more time. It seems like Scott's very popular. First he's called a jerk, and now they're looking for him.
Yell back once.
Hello, Anderson, woman.
Or Scott.
You've been walking down the hall?
No. Yeah, can't see no more.
That was a pretty cool one. Seems like they're already saying, you are a faster typer. Yes, Laura is. I'm a slow typer too, Jim, so it's okay. It's cool. But yeah, that was pretty cool. First, Scott, the founder of Florida Unknown, first the spirits are calling him a jerk, and now they're looking for him. Where's Scott? So I think it's kind of funny. Scott was very popular. Now this is the last one, and it is from Fire and Ice that they shared on the show a while back when they were guests. And it is pretty cool. It's out at a cemetery. Let me fire it up here. There we go.
Absolutely beautiful, Tina. Look at all the stars.
It's right before you hear, I think that's Gary talking.
Absolutely beautiful, Tina. Look at all the stars.
One more time.
Absolutely beautiful, Tina. Look at all the stars.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's awesome how it says that right before you hear you saying, "Look at these beautiful," or "Look at all these stars." And you hear these beautiful people. We'll play it one more time. This is the last EVP for the night.
Absolutely beautiful, Tina. Look at all the stars.
Last time.
Absolutely beautiful, Tina. Look at all the stars.
So that was, I remember when I played it on the show, that was pretty cool. It's like, he doesn't even acknowledge that something was said before he started talking about the stars and that. So I thought that was kind of cool. And that is the end of the EVP segment. So I want to thank everybody that sent in pictures or let me steal them from your pages and sent in the EVPs.